Hi there, Jeff here from the Wetsuit Centre, talking to you today about the O'Neill RG8 5.3 winter wetsuit for 2010-2011. A bit of a different approach today. Thought I'd try on the wetsuit, number one because I wanted to try on, see how it feels, but also to give you an idea of how it looks when it's actually on someone, which is kind of helpful. This suit is really geared up towards performance. It's probably O'Neill's innovative suit and most pioneering suit for this season, and the reason being based around the chest zip system. Okay, we'll come to that in a second. Just run over some of the usual features of the wetsuit. As I say, it's really geared up toward performance, so loads and loads of flexibility, loads of movement in the suit to give you maximum amount of time in the water so you don't get warm out, but you also get some added features with this over and above the Psycho 1 in terms of warmth. Okay. Starting number one with the suit, you can see that there's really a minimal amount of panels on the suit. You get one piece of neoprene basically across the whole front of the suit and then across the back here. Okay. Basically that means that you get minimal amount of seams, and the less amount of seams there is in the suit, the more amount of flexibility and stretch you get, and the less water that actually gets into the suit as well. Talking about the seams as you can see here are liquid tapes, and on the inside you can actually see that they're double stitched, then glued, and then liquid taped. So that basically means the suit is sealed, so it won't let any water in through the seams, and on top of that it's very, very robust, so it's not going to come apart unless it's under extreme sort of stress. So this suit should last a long time as well. Okay, the blue material, as you see here, okay, which will show you the inside of the suit in a second as well, is basically O'Neill's most stretchy and lightweight neoprene. As you can see, it's very, very sort of flexible, the suit, and it does feel really, really good, apart from being a little bit hot because it's actually summer at the moment. Okay, so that's 100% of the suit has that very, very light neoprene in it. Around the cuffs as well, fine detailing on a suit you would expect for this sort of cost. You get a little bit of smooth skin on the side of the cuff here as well, which just stops the suit riding up your arm and creates a nice seal so you can get water flushing up through your arm. Okay. Coming then to the chest zip system, quickly mention the knee pads actually. Duraflex knee pads, the usual sort of knee pads you can find on most wetsuits these days, which is just a very hard wearing material to stop it wearing through on the knees where it's most common to. You also get a little key pocket there, which you can pop your key into on the suit as well. So really nice little sort of touches there on the outside of the suit. On the back of the suit you can see as well, you've got a bit of a smooth skin where you need it as well. They don't really bother with it on the front, they're just on the back here around the kidneys area, because that's the area you need most warmth basically, because that's obviously what keeps your blood warm, is keeping your kidneys warm. And if you've got warm blood, then that pumps warm blood around your body and you stay nice and warm, your hands, your feet and your head and everything like that. So they've left it out on the front because they need more flexibility. It's all about flexibility, this suit. So it's just on the back where it's really more essential. Okay. The chest zip system on the front here, if you come a little bit closer, is what this suit is all about really. Okay, the idea of this is that essentially the whole suit is just one piece of neoprene right up into the neck, okay? And the zip is then actually fastened to the outside of the suit, okay? So in effect, even if any water comes through the zip, it's then met with the actual wetsuit itself. So really there's no way that any water is going to come through the zip here. It completely seals off the suit. Okay, this goes over your head. Bit of a tricky thing to get in and out of, but that's for a reason. The harder it is to get in and out of, basically the better it's going to be at stopping water getting into the suit. So this is like a basic exclusive to O'Neill, this style of chest zip. And it's really just sort of one piece of neoprene right up to the collar, and then they sew the zip onto the outside, seal it with some liquid sealing, and that really just seals off the suit completely and gives you loads and loads of flexibility in the suit as well. So you really shouldn't have any flush throughs on this zip system at all. And just to reinforce that, you get a little bit of smooth skin behind the zip, really stop any water getting through at all. So really, you shouldn't be getting any water into the suit unless you come off very fast, then you might get a little bit down the neck. But having said that, depending on how well the suit fits, it might even stop it doing that as well. So it's a really, really nifty zip system they've got with that.
Whereabouts the drain holes on there, Jeff?
The drain hole is actually, it's a good question actually. As you can see, you've got a bit of a hole here. Don't worry, that's not a fault with the suit. What that actually does is any water that comes in through the collar of the suit, you can see is met with this little piece of neoprene, which will then guide the water down through the chest zip system and out of your arm here. So even if you do get any water through your neck, or through the zip, or through the side here, it's just going to be guided out the corner of the suit there.
Is it on the back as well?
I don't know, it's a good question.
Yep, there's another drain hole just here, as you can see. So if any does come down the back of the neck, it's going to go straight down that panel again and straight out. So the idea is that obviously no water at all is going to get into the wetsuit.
Okay, so that's essentially what this suit is really all about. It's the same as the Psycho 1 in terms of it's geared up towards performance and flexibility, but you get this extra sort of chest zip system here, which should really sort of help in terms of flexibility as well, because it gets rid of the need for a zip on the back, but it also will help with warmth because it keeps water out of the suit. Looking inside the suit itself, here's one we've just turned inside out a minute ago. Just really not a huge amount to talk about here, it's just really to demonstrate the amount of ultra stretch neoprene you get through the suit, which is the blue material, and that's the whole way through. Minimal amount of panels, you really got a panel on the front and a panel on the back, and that's it. So you can imagine what that does in terms of flexibility on the suit as well. Loads of flex. And then on the back of the suit you get a nice little bit of firewalling as well. So talking about the kidneys being the most important area to keep warm, that's the reason they've put this little bit of firewall thermal material around your kidneys, which will hold heat against your kidney area as well. So not only do you get flexibility, you get a huge amount of warmth with the suit as well. Okay, so that's essentially the O'Neill RG8 Psycho 5.3 winter wetsuit for 2010-2011, and there's a lot of hype about this suit, and with good reason as well. It's fantastically flexible and very, very warm as well, so definitely a contender for one of the best wetsuits on the market for 2010-2011.